Now we are going to see about that manual assembly lines. Work systems containing of multiple workers organized to produce a single product or a limited range of products. Work system, it will have more number of workers, like some assembly station. More number of assembly stations involved in that work system. Then in that particular assembly station, the employee who is working is called assembly workers. That assembly workers perform a task at various workstations located along the line of flow of product. Usually a power conveyor is used. In the above power conveyor, the material will come and it will stop as where we need to require to stop that workstation. In that particular workstation, some employees are there. Otherwise, some equipment will have to do some work. That's the thing here. Some of workstation may be equipped with the portable power tools. The main factors favoring use of assembly lines are high or medium demand for a product, and products are similar or identical. Total work content can be divided into work elements. Then to automate assembly task is impossible here. Then why assembly lines are productive? The main cause of this assembly line is specialization of labors. When large number is divided into small tasks and each task is assigned to one worker, the worker becomes highly proficient at performing a single task. That's the main involved in that learning curve. It is otherwise we can call it skilled labor. And then interchangeable parts. Each component is manufactured to sufficiently close tolerance that any part of certain type can be selected at a random assembly lines with its matching component. That's interchangeable parts assembles do not need a fitting matching components. Then the definition of that, some main words involved in that assembly stations. First one is workflow. What is mean by the workflow? The thing is that each work unit have to move some place from one place to another place. Likewise, each work unit should move steadily along with the line. It shouldn't be deviated from that line, particular line. If you are seeing that conveyor, it will go straightly. It will go straightly like this. It won't be deviated anywhere here or there or there. If those are deviated, the product will not be get accurately. That's the workflow should be maintained in every workstations. Then line pacing. The workers must complete their task within a certain cycle time, which will be pace of whole line. So the thing is, in particular workstation, here if workstation doing some work means it will have some time. For example, it is 2 minutes or 3 minutes like that. It will overlap that time. If it will take 3.2 minutes means it will affect the another stations, because here it will be the empty. So the line pacing is also very much important in that workstations. This is the example of a manual assembly lines. See here the product will come from here. This is the starting base parts, and these the conveyors, and here the assemblymans are here. Here also assemblymans are here. The assemblymans are here. The thing is, the components ordered at each stations. For example, if it is uh, car manufacturing industry, the body of the car come in that conveyor. This assembly man going to fit that door of that car, so the door will come from here. And for example, this is the right side door, and it may be the left side door. This is the back side door. These are the assemble works. After completing all set of works, then it will come as a one a product, that is completed assemblies. The production rate of assembly lines is determined by its slowest station, because see, the main thing of this assembly station is it has to be have some particular time. Before we have see that cycle time, we have to do some work at the certain time. That's the main thing here. The production rate of an assembly line is determined by its slowest station, because if any stations have work is less time, that will affect remaining whole works. That's the main thing. Then assembly workstation, the designated location along with the workflow path at which one or more work elements are performed by one or more workers. In some assembly workstation, it will have more number of works. The employees also more number are there. Thus the assembly workstation. See here one example for that manual assembly lines works. Here in some particular workstation, there are two men are working here. Some engine will come in that conveyor, and one man do some work, and another man do some other works. That will happen here. The assembly workstation designated location along the work path at which one or more work elements are performed by one or more workers. The main typical operations performed manual assembly stations are say advanced applications. These are the typical operations. Electrical connections and snap fitting, sealant applications, component insertion, soldering, arc welding, press welding, sketching, stapling, spot welding, riveting, thread fastens. These are all the things in that typical operations performed at the manual assembly stations. See, this arc welding or riveting, these are the things with the workers involved in that fire instrument. They'll give the arc welding with that fire hose. So the safety measures are very much important in that manual assembly stations, as well as the press fitting, stabling. If the worker want to stabling anything, means it may be damage that particular worker. So these the typical operations performed at the manual stations. How we can managing those levels? That's very important thing. Then the manning level. There are more than one work per station that should be considered as a manning level. Then utility workers are not assigned to the specific workstations. They are responsible for helping workers who fall behind, and relieving for workers for personal breaks and maintenance and repair. See, some worker they need help for a certain time. If the instrument not will come at the correct time, or one or more product will come at a particular time at the station, that time the worker need some other help for another worker. Then the relieving workers for that personal breaks, the man want to go for some break in that time, the another person will help in that particular time, that will come under that manning levels. Thank you.